welcome back to another video. Alicia here if you're new, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a few things that you can do during the slow season of your business. So if you're interested, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so it seems like it's no secret that those of us in the beauty industry are kind of experiencing a slow season, and it's something that is normal. So there will be seasons where you're booked and busy, you're making all the money, and then there's seasons where you just don't know if you're gonna make it. And me being in this beauty industry for so long, I've come up with different ways to be able to help me sustain the slow season. So in no particular order, I want to share with you guys some of the things that I do to stay afloat during this slow season. So before we hop into it, I do want to share that some of these things, a lot of them or all of them, could be things that you're already doing for business. But what I've realized is that some of these things tend to fall by the wayside when you're booked, when you're busy, when business is going good. You kind of forget about those little things that do help bring in more income for your business. So if that's the case, consider this a video where I'm just encouraging you to kind of get back to basic and tie up all those loose ends so that you can make a little bit more money and you can stay afloat during this season. Okay, so the first thing I want to share is aftercare kits. So if you watch one of my most recent vlogs, I shared that I started back making my aftercare kits, and I do think this is something important and something that you should have throughout the journey of your business, especially if you're a lash artist or esthetician or something along those lines where there's maintenance that needs to take place by your clients. But in my case, aftercare kits was one of those things that fell by the wayside. I had sold out of all the ones that I had, and I just didn't make the time to create new ones. I needed labels, and I needed new bottles, and I needed all of the things to be able to create those aftercare kits. So what I did recently was I went on Amazon and I found a little aftercare package deal, and I put those together, and they literally started selling that same exact day. So that was one way that I was able to make a little bit extra money than what I was making before, just by taking the time to bring something back into my business that, like I said, had fell by the wayside at one point. And so right along those lines, for me as an esthetician or a lash artist, during my clients' appointments, I really started to express the importance of keeping your lashes clean for optimal retention. And so in doing so, my clients were definitely bought into the idea that they needed those aftercare kits. So since then, they've really been selling really nicely, and so I'm happy about that. The next thing I found to be helpful for my business during slow season was offering bundle packages. I feel that clients will really buy into a package deal or something that they feel like they are getting more of a bang for their buck. Now, I do understand that a lot of people offer package deals and bundle deals. It just was not something that I was regularly offering in my business, especially during times where I didn't necessarily need to bundle packages together. My clients would already book for whatever services that they wanted, even if it was extra services that they wanted to add on to services that they were already getting. For example, a big portion of my clientele comes to me for lash extensions, and so when they want, they'll go ahead and book for brow services, waxing, facials, whatever the case may be. But having a bundle deal is kind of a way of serving up the package to your client and making it a little bit more appealing to them so that they feel like they're getting a little bit more for their buck. So it's kind of like, why not? You can definitely get creative with this idea. So something new that I just started to offer was a lash extension bundle. So if you come and get lash extensions, you can also add a facial to your services, as well as a brow wax, or you can do just a facial and lash extensions, or you can do just a facial with a brow wax or a lash lift with a brow wax. So coming up with bundle deals allow my clients to get a package without having to feel like, okay, I need to go in here and book a facial, but I also need to book this. It's like, nope, if you want to get a facial and a brow wax and some lashes, then here you go. Here's a nice little package deal at a discounted rate so that you can get everything you want at one time. So again, maybe you've already had package deals or bundles in your business. Consider maybe spicing them up a bit, adding something different, picking and choosing from different services that you offer to be able to give your clients something new and refreshing. Another thing you can do is simply just run specials. What I've found for myself and a lot of other people that I've talked to in this industry, sometimes we don't really offer as many specials or discounts during busy season, because why willingly take a fraction of what you should be earning if it's going to come to you anyway? So I do feel like it could be beneficial to offer a special or a discount during this time, because if we're being honest, the economy is kind of taking a hit right now, and so some people just don't have the funds. But if you're offering at a discounted rate, then maybe they can afford that discounted rate. So the specials can look different. You can run a daily special, you can run a monthly special, you can run a weekly special, you can have it for a certain day of the week. Like, you can be as creative as you want with this to be able to get people in the door. You can also have a service be discounted $5 if they came in, you know, at a certain time or for the month. You can offer a subscription package where people people pay up, and if you buy 6 services, you get 1 free. I've also seen really cool ideas. You can do like a raffle, and so I've seen where people would put small pieces of paper in a hat or a bucket or whatever, and so when clients come in, they can pick from the raffle, and maybe they get $5 off, or maybe they get a free service, or maybe they get half off. And I feel like it just creates that excitement for clients because they feel like they're getting something. So the next thing you can do during this season is really beef up your social media. And what I mean by that is, I understand it happens to me all the time where sometimes my social media kind of takes a back seat when I'm busy. Maybe I don't have time enough to take pictures or videos in between clients because I'm back to back, I'm booked, I'm busy, and so I'm not really taking social media as seriously as I could. So I definitely think during this slow season is the time to kind of reevaluate your social media. 9 times out of 10, your clients are consuming social media. Why not put something out there that's going to make you a priority, that's going to make your services a priority, especially if you're sharing with them why in fact they need your services in the first place. So again, during slow season, it's a lot more easier to be able to take the time to take quality pictures, quality videos, and then using those pictures and videos to create creative reels or TikToks, because again, your clients are probably consuming content on social media anyway. Why not put yours out there that is, one, going to make them remember like, oh, I need to make my appointment, or to bring fresh faces in the door. So personally, I go through seasons where I'm posting on social media regularly, and then I just go ghost for personal reasons, but then also because if I'm just so busy, sometimes I'm just not taking the time to take those pictures and videos. But what I found was that once I do show up on social media a little bit more, I'm posting in my stories, I'm posting reels. I'm not really on TikTok as much these days, but on Instagram for sure, I noticed that when I put that content out there, it reminds my clients like, oh, I need to book my fill-in, and so they're coming to my site. It almost happens regularly. Like every single time I post and I'm consistent, I get at least one person that's a regular of mine that will go ahead and be like, oh, let me book my appointment, and so I'll get the notification that somebody has booked an appointment. Another thing you can do during this time is add new services. So in my case, if you watch my last vlog, I introduced lash lifts back to my service menu. So I did that because I wanted to target a different audience, and I think that's very important because sometimes we get a little comfortable with our target audience based on our primary service that we offer. So what I decided was, okay, my lash extension clients won't necessarily benefit from lash lifts because it's a service where you get either or. However, if I offer lash lifts, then I'm targeting a different audience, people who are not necessarily interested in lash extensions. However, they do want some type of beauty service to be able to wake up, to be able to look flawless every day, or just to make themselves feel good. So since I've been a little bit slow, I asked my niece and her friend to come in, and I use them as models so that I can get content, so that I can get the practice, so that I'm ready to offer this new service and welcome anybody who wanted to book that service. I do want to say that you want to tread lightly when you're adding new services. First, you want to make sure that it's within your scope of practice, but you also want to make sure that it's something that you're probably interested in doing or passionate about. For example, I don't want to offer permanent makeup. So while I'm fishing for new services and things to offer, that's just not something I'm interested in, and that's not something that I feel will sustain in my business because I'm not as passionate about it. I do like lash lifts. It was something that I offered before, and so I decided, okay, why not bring that back? Because I was actually having clients come in and get lash lifts, but when I ran out of product, I stopped offering that service. The last thing I want to talk about is new client deals. So this is something a little bit different from just the regular specials that you may offer on the services or for the clients that you currently have. Think about fresh faces. Think about getting new people in the door. Obviously, you may have your current clientele on lock, which I feel like I have my current core group of people that's going to come. They're going to book their fill-ins. That's great. However, think about fresh faces. Lash extensions can be a little pricey. So what I found was that offering kind of like an introductory price for clients to try them out, it brings fresh faces in the door. And then the nice thing about services like lash extensions or facials, they're a maintenance service. And so once you get your clients in the door, then you can wow them so that they could come back for their maintenance appointments. So that's the fill-ins, or that's the follow-ups from facials, or whatever it is that you offer where they need to come back. So while I do think it's important to offer something for your regulars, the ones that's coming in faithfully, the ones that's booking their 2-week fills or their 3-week fills or whatever the case may be for their maintenance services, I think it's equally as important to think about people that you've never seen before, to think about fresh faces, new clients. What can you offer them to get them in the door so that they can also become one of your regular clients as well? And then a piece of advice advice for, I guess, lash artists or estheticians, one of the things that I always think about is what would a person new to lash extensions want? And so 9 times out of 10, when I get somebody who's never had lash extensions before, they're not trying to get a full volume, spiky, wispy set. They want something classic, natural, something that they can feel comfortable in every day. Maybe they have to work. Again, my target audience is working women. So lots of times I get clients who come in where they're like, I want something a little bit natural. I don't want something too crazy. So I have to think about that. And so as I'm posting, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about new clients. Maybe I'm going to take a break from posting so many volume sets or so many sets that can be a little bit overwhelming at first. I want to make sure that if there's a potential client looking at my page, they'll see something for them as well. So that's it for today's video. I definitely didn't want to take up too much time, but I wanted to share just some of the things that you can do during this slow season. So if you've stumbled across this video because things are a little bit slow for you right now, I see you. We're in this together. I get it. I've been in this industry for quite some time. And so if you have to, you'll understand that it's always up and down. And so right now we're just experiencing one of those slow times. However, you can use that downtime to just kind of recalibrate or to think about fresh ideas to bring people into your business, because this time isn't going to last forever, but we want to make the most of it. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Check out some other videos if you're interested as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.